Good morning, boys and girls, moms and dads, everybody in Viewerland. Happy Garbage Monday, Generator Monday, and we're going to start melting some snow hopefully, but then we're going to get a big snow tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. But we have the Champion dual fuel, as you can see, and let's go over some of the things you do with it. This thing slides, this guard, because this turns on the gas for the LP tank. When you take this off, you hook up your LP hose. But now you can't move it over to select the other gas. Only one gas can be on at a time. So when you run LP, that's what I do primarily because it's easy. When the power's out, you could just shut it off and the machine will die on you. You don't have a full tank of gasoline. But when you open the LP bottle, remember, it's not in any of the manuals. You open the LP bottle super slow, or you could shock the regulator and it won't run right. So make sure that you open the bottle super slow. So the LP has to be that way in order to get to the petcock for the gasoline. And straight down, it's running. It'll be running. Crossways, it's off. So down, it's running into the from the motor from the gas tank. Okay. Then you got a starter button, a battery button to turn on the battery to start it, and then you got your plugs for different plug-ins, and then you got your breakers here. But I changed the battery a little while ago, so it might be due for another one. You'll notice that the machine will be running funny, and that'll let you know you need another battery. On the side over here, we have a pull start, which is good, because if it doesn't start with the battery goes dead on you, you always got a pull start. And then you got a choke that's halfway and all the way back with the arrow is closed all the way. So the choke is closed if it's all the way back. So I put a quart of gasoline in there because I like to run it dry. And then right here is your oil. You unscrew this and then you take it out. It's got a little dipstick on it and it shows you your oil level. So I wanted to go over those little things today before we start this. When you start it, you let it run for a little bit and then you plug in your draw. So you let the machine warm up, and then you don't want the machine to die with a draw on it. When you hear it stutter or sputter, you know it's going to be dying soon. Shut your draw off or unplug it and then let the machine die. When the machine dies, then you go to full choke, you shut your petcock off, and then you crank it another time, and then it'll stutter and sputter again. It'll start for a little bit and die, and then do that until it doesn't start. But now if you wanted to, right on the back of the machine, you don't do this on a hot machine. You let the machine cool off and everything's good. The petcock's closed. You can open this little screw here, and this will drain out everything out of the carburetor, out of this little bowl. So it'll drain everything out of the carburetor. So you could do that too, instead of the stutter and sputter if you want. But if you're going to store it long term, I would just do that and drain it out. But don't store it with gasoline in it, because the gasoline can go bad. And remember, non-ethanol fuel, because it eats the rubber hoses. All these rubber hoses on your carburetor and everything will get eaten and become trash, and it won't allow the fuel to flow through it. So we're going to go ahead and start this, let it run for a minute, plug the draw in, and then we'll walk over to Mr. Generac over there. As you'll notice, our light is green from last time everything checked out. You want to keep the machine clear of snow all the time. So dig out, especially the light side. That's the intake side, so keep that clear. So keep it clear, keep the machine without the snow on top. And I even have to knock it off the building a little bit so it doesn't suck it in. Another thing I know we've talked about before, but you got to keep the snow and the ice off your gas meter and your lines and stuff. So that's important because that could affect how your gas flow is too. And this would be true for your hot water heater, your stove, and your furnace. And as you hear, she's starting. We'll let her run just for a minute. We got the green light. So the self-diagnostics, check out, everything's good. Solid green, it's just running. Remember, in the cold weather like this, when the machine runs, it develops a little moisture in the oil. It'll either look cloudy or you'll see like little water bubbles. All you got to do is do the full house run like we've done in our other videos that are for entertainment purposes only. And we run the house and then it's flashing green. So after it runs, I leave it cool off for a couple minutes. Then I come out and check the oil too. After I put the Champion Dual Fuel away, I check the oil. So it's a good idea to check it every week. They have low oil sensors. Do you want to count on that? No, you're better off just checking the oil. So other than that, I appreciate each and every one of you. Be safe out there. Remember, working battery-operated CO detectors in your homes whenever you have generators. Don't run them by open doors and windows. Okay, thanks for tuning in. Bye, everybody.